In your opinion, man, like what do you think are just some of the biggest challenges that a lot of these companies have in just more generalized?
Yeah, I think there's a few things that are really, really common that we see. One, naturally, prioritization is always the big one, right? Focusing on the wrong thing at the wrong time, which can be really, really hard to do. And I've been lucky, right? I started a business accelerator here in Orlando. That's had dozens of companies go through it. I'm no longer involved with that accelerator, but done a really good job. I've advised hundreds and hundreds of startups, so I've been very, very fortunate to see this across a lot of different stuff. The
Awesome.
biggest problem that we see most recently, especially with young founders, is they're not focused on revenue. They're focused on raising funds. And instead of focusing on the customer, they're focused on the VC. And that's a wrong way to do it. And I've even learned that through my own failures as a CEO and through failed startups. But the emphasis on raising money is twice, if not three times more important than raising revenue. And I think that's a fundamental flaw with things. When we started McGaw.io, we used to be called Effing Amazing. That was about 7 years ago. We didn't start a company. We had revenue. People were consistently trying to hire me to do consulting. I then started outsourcing some of that consulting, and that then became an agency, right? So revenue wasn't our problem. We had revenue coming in, which was great, but that became our only focus. How do we get more revenue? The question was never, how do we raise more money, right? That just wasn't the question. We're trying to figure out how to sell more deals. I think a lot of companies get a little bit lost in that. And instead of focusing on selling something to a customer, they focus on how do I get an investor to give me the money to build this?